The Dell used to be like Fratton Park, didn't it? Crumbling old mausoleum of the stadium.
Yeah, it was a great place to play. No one wanted to play at the Dell.
No, OK, fine. Now, the reason we're talking about this, of course, is this game's Sunday, isn't it?
Yes, it is,
And the Southampton Police, that's the Hampshire Constabulary, are organising, we are told, although it's very hard to pin this down, a convoy of buses from Southampton to Portsmouth, almost imprisoning the fans. And if they go any other way, they might not be able to get into the ground.
No, they won't be able to get in, Mike.
No, right, so they've got to come on the official convoy.
Yeah, you only get your ticket once you get onto the coach.
I see.
So you go to the game.
Yeah.
You basically get picked up at there's 3 or 4 different meeting places.
Yeah.
They will then have one convoy in meeting place on the M27.
Right.
The police will then bubble them into Fratton Park.
Yeah.
They will then get their ticket on the coach.
Yeah.
Once they're inside Fratton Park, they will only leave to go inside the ground.
I see, fine. Well, look, let's go up on the Skype wall. We've got a Southampton fan. His name is Max, and he's with us now. Max, it is often said if you treat people like animals, they start behaving like animals. This seems like overkill to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. It makes the game very complicated. You lose the fun of going to a match. It is like imprisonment for about 5 hours. You have no control of where you're going or what you're doing. So, yeah, I think it's tough, especially for fans who don't live in Southampton like me. I'd be coming from London if I was going, and it makes it incredibly complicated.
Right, so you're not going now because you'd have to travel down to Southampton, so you'd have to go down the M3 rather than the A3, go about 30 miles out of your way, and then 30 miles out of your way after the game to get back. I mean, crikey, you'd have to take the weekend off to attend this game from where you're coming from.
Yeah, exactly. And also, not only do you have to pay £30 for the match ticket, you also have to pay £14 for this bus ticket, which you don't even have the option of not taking. So it works out as £45 for the overall trip. So, yeah, crazy.
It seems to me, Max, that they're making it deliberately difficult and obtuse for the fans to get to this game, hoping that many, many Southampton fans will just say it's not worth the bother.
I think that's exactly what the police want to do. They don't want Southampton fans going, so the less they can... So they don't want them going, so this is the way they do it. I mean, I've been put off going. Lots of other people, you read online, loads of people can't be bothered with the hassle of it. Yeah. And it's working. If that's the police's aim, then it's definitely working.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that actually live in the Portsmouth area that support Southampton.
Exactly. Really? Well, how come is that?
Well, just because you know what it's like. It's same as we've got Portsmouth supporters who live in Southampton.
OK, so you're talking about towns nearer, like Leon Solent, Warsash, those sort of places?
Yeah, just with a Southampton postcode. And they are closer to the ground than they are to Fratton Park than they are to go back to some areas and pick up a bus and then go to a meeting point. But another reason a lot of people ain't going, they feel that they're sitting ducks. They're thinking that certain things can be thrown at all the coaches because then when them coaches come in, the Portsmouth fans have got just a sitting duck.
Well, they're an obvious target. Might as well sort of put flashing lights on the top and say this bus is full of Southampton fans. Max, in your experience, and you're still a very young man, have you ever been to... Yeah, that's fine, don't worry. Have you ever been... We like our young viewers, don't you worry about that. Have you ever been to one of these games where trouble has erupted?
Yeah, I've been to all the games, well, the most recent, last 3 at St Mary's, and it's incredibly tense. You go to football these days and it's a very safe, friendly environment, but that game is the complete opposite. It's horrible. It's not very nice. Last time I went, Cohen's coming across. There were Portsmouth fans who were kind of brave enough to celebrate in the Southampton end, and it all kicked off, and in the city centre afterwards it kicked off. I mean, they really do hate each other. But I still think, 98% of the Southampton fans going on Sunday, are well-behaved people who just want to come and watch the football and leave. But I guess, 2% who cause trouble are ruining it for most.
Yeah. Well, how much has the fact that you've both shared the same manager a number of times over the previous few years, decades, most particularly, of course, Harry Redknapp, how much has that done to stir, ill feeling?
Yeah, I think it's pretty unique that a manager just kind of cross, apart from, I think, Alan Ball as well. Yeah. But yeah, Harry really, upped the stakes completely. I was so shocked when he came to us, and then, he went back again. I think he was kind of hated by both fans at one point, but now, I guess they like him a bit more than we do.
Sure. And Mike, this goes a lot deeper than football.
Yes.
This is basically 2 areas of the South Coast that really do not get on. They are separated, as you well know. You're just over the hill. I'm just on this side of the hill, and it really is a divine line. You go from an SO postcode to a PO one, and it's completely different.
You know what, Max? When I talk to people down there, that they talk about things like, Southampton have nicked all the cruise trade. The liners that come in and out of the south coast there. They sail past the Isle of Wight on their way to Southampton Sound, and all the people of Portsmouth are saying they should be coming in here. It's strange because, you know, the original antipathy between Manchester and Liverpool people was when they built the Manchester Ship Canal and took those ships, you know, away from the Mersey and up to Manchester. It's strange how these historical situations map out. But the problem is, once you've got the historical hatred in place, then generations of younger people are just taught to hate each other, and it's a very sad situation, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's very kind of, now for most people, the thugs going, it's kind of very simplistic. You hate them because we wear red and white, they wear blue. But is this kind of weird historical past, Southampton being like a shipping town and Portsmouth being a naval town, and the two kind of divided on those lines. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, there's a bit of history towards it, I guess.
Yeah, it certainly is. Okay, and also getting in and out of Fratton Park's not easy, is it? You come off the motorway, you've got to go into a really suburban area, you feel a sense of entrapment about trying to get out the ground afterwards, if you know what I mean. And also, if you try and do it through Gosport and go over on the ferry, once again, you know, you're setting yourself up for trouble.
Gosport's a big Portsmouth area anyway. So
is it?
No Southampton fan would want to be going and getting the little
but
ferry
they could always come to Gosport, park their car, and then get the ferry across.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd end up with your car and you ended up in the Solent.
Yeah, you might do indeed, or certainly in Portsmouth Harbour. Right, Max, I want to thank you very much indeed, mate, for coming on and talking to us. We may hopefully talk to you in the wake of the game to see how the real business, and that is what happens on the football field, actually panned out. Okay, mate?
Exactly.
Thanks very much indeed.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.